everyone, and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Jenny, and this is where I primarily talk about all things knitting, mostly knitting, sometimes a little bit of crochet. And I normally do like a standard knitting video podcast style video. However, today I have a special video, and that is for the kickoff of the Irene Lin Knit Along for 2024. This is the second annual Irene Lin Knit Along. I'm hoping it'll be an annual thing. It's only the second year. But yes, my friend Faith from Fiber Fables and myself, we are hosting the Irene Lin Cal 2024. And so in this video, I wanted to go over some of the Irene Lin patterns that I've knit. I filmed a video like this last year, so I will link it. I'm not sure which corner it's in, but I'll link it. I'm pretty sure I know how to make it work. It's in one of the corners, and I'll link it down below as well. So if you're curious about what I knit leading up to last year's Irene Lin Cal, you can go check out that video. Today, there might be some repeats today. However, I did not bring all of the Irene Lin patterns that I've knit, but I did write down the ones that I have, all of the ones that I've knit, which I think in total, it's 14 of her patterns, and some of them I have knit more than once. So I have like 2 or 3, or I have knit 2 or 3 of a single pattern because I liked it so much. But yeah, so all of the information for the Irene Lin Cal, I will also put in the description box below. You can also find more information on both my Instagram and Faith's Instagram account, so I will link our Instagram accounts below as well. So we will be posting to our Instagram accounts. I'll be posting to my stories, and I'm hoping I can convince myself to post to the grid as well. It's just been a long time since I posted to the grid. But yeah, so all the information for the Irene Lin Knit Along will be below. And then also, whips are welcome, so if you are currently knitting an Irene Lin pattern, feel free to join this knit along. It is going from, hopefully today will be, the day that this video goes up will hopefully be October 1st, which is the first day of the Irene Lin Cal, and it goes until the end of the year at midnight Pacific time on December 31st, 2024. And then we will be drawing prizes, one from each of the hashtags. So we'll have a hashtag for works in progress and a hashtag for finished objects. So basically, as it says, post your whips with the whips hashtag and post your finished objects with the FO hashtag. And then I think Faith and I, we're each going to give a prize for each one of the winners. So yeah, let's get into, I want to show off some of the stuff that I have knit, and also I took pictures of the outfits that I would wear or have worn with these lovely knitted sweaters and one shawl, or outfits that I just recently put together and I'm excited to wear this autumn because I don't normally style things outside of my knitwear. So when I get to wear my knitwear in the colder months, I feel so put together in my knits and my skirts and my dresses. So anyways, I guess I'll start with, I'll just go through the list of the patterns that I have knit from Irene Lin that I don't have today. Just excuse me while I look down at my notes. So I think in my previous video, you will have seen, if you watched the previous Irene Lin video, I'm pretty sure I show off all the ones I'm about to list. So in the past, I have knit the Rhoda jumper, and I knit it 3 times. I knit a black one, a beige one, and a pink one, and I believe it was all in acrylic yarn. So, oh no, I've knit it 4 times because I knit a 4th one for my sister-in-law in like this bubblegum pink cotton yarn that I had. So technically I've knit the Rhoda jumper 4 times. It was a really fun knit. It was a very meditative knit. It's the same like 4 or 8 row repeat. So it was really, yeah, it was just very meditative. I really enjoyed that pattern. Another pattern is the Breeze Sleeveless Airy Top. And I knit that one, I believe, out of Lion Brand Trubu, or it was a bamboo yarn if I remember correctly. And I only ever wore it once or twice. Well, no, I wore it a couple more times than that. But I think after I blocked it, or like after I got it wet and I blocked it, it didn't really, I don't know, bamboo plant fibers don't really hold their shape. So I would like to revisit that pattern and knit it in, I don't know, something else, because I really did enjoy that pattern. But I think I knit it just a little bit too long on the straps, so that was my bad. The next pattern is the boho style mosaic cardigan, and I technically knit two of these. I knit one out of acrylic yarn for my younger sister, and I knit one out of wool from Hobby. I think it was their friend's wool, and I knit it in the same colors as the pattern photos on her pattern page. It was shows like the gray, dark gray, a light blue, and a navy blue, I believe were the colors. And I just really liked that combination, so I went with it on both the one I knit for my younger sister and the one I knit for myself. So my sister loves wearing hers as like a house coat kind of thing. It's a very, it's oversized on her, and it's just, it's acrylic yarn, so you throw it in the washer, dryer, it's easy care. And it's a nice it's a nice big hug of a cardigan. The next pattern that I knit, again, was for my younger sister, and it was the gown cardigan. And if I remember correctly, I knit that one out of Fiber Spate's Scrumptious DK Worsted or something like that. It was like a mulberry silk blend. I don't remember what the makeup of it was, but I have some leftover yarn that I had caked up. But yeah, I really enjoyed the gown cardigan. When I knit it for my younger sister, she didn't want the pockets, so I just omitted the pockets. And I think I didn't knit it to the length that's in the pattern photos. I knit mine for my sister a little bit shorter because she didn't want it to be super long. So that was her choice, and I really enjoyed the cables on the gown cardigan, and I actually really would like to knit one for myself in the future. The next one that I don't have here that I knit this summer, so you'll have seen it in a previous video, I think it was like my summer project update video, is the roving summer wrap. And that one was super fun to knit. It was all over lace, starting from the top down. I made a few modifications, but very minimal. And it has that whole boho chic style going on for it. And I think in the video, my summer project update video, I had a short clip of me wearing it. And the way I wore it this summer was basically with some high-waisted shorts with a tank top tucked in, and it's like a kind of a brownish, kind of like a brown hat. I'm not normally a hat person, but this summer I bought two hats and I love them so much and I wore them a lot. And so I feel like that hat kind of completed the whole look with the roving summer wrap. So I didn't bring it today because for me, it's more of a summer thing, and I thought I'd bring more of all my autumn and winter stuff. And then the last one is the Faye Summer Top, which I actually brought the one that I just finished, but I've knit this one twice, and the first time I knit it out of, I think it was just acrylic yarn, and I knit two sizes too big for myself, so when I knit this one, I not only went down a needle size, but went all the way down to size 1, so yeah. So those are the patterns that I have knit that I did not bring with me. I will hopefully have put pictures on the screen I don't think I have pictures of all of the ones that I've knit for myself, but I'll have put the pictures of the patterns from the pattern pages on the screen so that you'll know what they look like. But yeah, so that is that. And now I will talk about what I'm wearing, which is the Acacia cardigan, and this is the pattern that I knit last year for the Irene Lin knit along, and I knit this out of Kensington Prairie Farms. I believe it's their baby alpaca, and I really love this color, and I really wanted to knit this cardigan in this yarn, and I think for the most part it turned out really well. I'm actually really happy with how the sleeves turned out. I think they're like just the right length. However, I knit the body a little bit too long, because if you've ever knit with alpaca, you'll know that it stretches like crazy with blocking. And so the way I've styled this particular cardigan, I'll put a picture on the screen in just a sec, but I've got this high-waisted skirt and I've just tucked it in to the skirt because I will put a picture on the screen of me wearing this skirt with the cardigan untucked, and you'll see just how long the cardigan actually is. I kind of wish I had stopped. I probably could have taken out 3 pattern repeats, probably 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 pattern repeats, to be honest, because it's just really long. So yeah, so this pattern I've paired with this skirt in particular because I think it works well with I think it works the best out of all my skirts in order to cinch in at the waist, and you know, just it gives it, I don't know, I'm getting like academia vibes almost. I'm not sure. I kind of went on Pinterest some time ago and was favoriting a bunch of different styles that I like, and it started suggesting like academia, light academia, dark academia, and all sorts of everything in between for academia. So I guess that's my style, maybe? I don't know. I'm not really well versed in labeling stuff. Anyways, so that's what I'm wearing today. And now I'm going to get into this nice pile of Irene Lin patterns. Actually, you know what? Before I do that, I should probably talk about like Irene Lin and how I discovered her. I think it was a couple years ago, browsing on Ravelry. I was just looking through patterns and I saw the Faye Summer Top, I believe was the first pattern of hers that I saw, and I loved everything about it. It's so feminine and frilly, and it's got lace cables and baubles, and that was something that I just really liked the look of. And so I bought that pattern. I knit the pattern and I really liked her writing style. She's laid it out very clearly in written instructions. And so even if you're one to follow charted instructions, in every pattern that I have knit of hers that includes like lace or cables, she includes charts for them as well as written instructions. So basically you can, I'm trying to think, I think there's a couple patterns in here where I've followed the written instructions to a certain point and then have swapped over to the charts and followed just the charts. And then in other patterns, I've followed the written instructions all the way through without ever looking at the charts. I think like my boho style mosaic cardigan and the mosaic shawl, both of those are charted, like she has the charts for them. But for me, for some reason, mosaic knitting charts really confuse me. So she has the whole pattern written out line by line, every row by row. So that is really, it's very straightforward, very easy to follow. And I really appreciate that in her pattern writing. And so I started following her on Ravelry and on Instagram, and just about every pattern she puts out is like right in my style aesthetic, I guess. I don't think there's a pattern that she's released that I've been like, oh no, not really my thing. If I could, I would knit every one of her patterns and have every one of her patterns in my wardrobe, but she has quite the catalog of designs now. And yeah, so she's a designer from Taiwan, and she's been designing for a number of years now. So definitely check her out on Ravelry and on Instagram. Her pictures are very aesthetically pleasing. I love seeing her stories on Instagram. Just the way that she captures her knits and like the works in progress and stuff. It's very, I wish I had like plants and natural lighting at my place to make aesthetic pictures and videos and stuff. But yeah, so so that's Irene Lin. And I just was hooked right away. Of all the designers that I've come across on Ravelry, when I search for patterns, she's the one that I constantly go back to be like, oh, you know what? She's got the aesthetic I'm looking for. And so I would go through her catalog and see what she's got that I want to knit. Okay, so yeah, so that's Irene Lin. now, sorry for getting sidetracked and stuff, but now I will talk about these, I believe, eight more patterns here. 9 if you include the one I'm wearing. Yeah, so let's talk about the first one I've got here. If you watched my last video, you'll have seen this. It is finished, and this is the Faye Summer Top. And this one I knit out of Loops and Threads soft, silky soft, I think, and it's 100% rayon from bamboo. And so it's got, oh, I'm showing you the wrong side. That's the back. Sorry. This is the front. So it's got these really nice, like fluttery shoulders, or like shoulder caps. It's a drop shoulder pattern, so the frilly comes down on the shoulder more. And so with this pattern, I've paired it with high-waisted pleated black skirt that has like a slit down the side. It's got like built-in shorts into it, so I don't have to worry about the slit being a little too risque. And yeah, so this is, I really like this color. I think it looks really good on me. So I'm really excited to actually be able to wear this, because the first one that I knit, like I said, I knit 2 sizes too big. And so I only really wore it a couple of times, and I did wear it with that same skirt, the black skirt, the long black skirt. But it's too oversized. Maybe if I were to cinch it in with a belt or something, like a little tiny thin belt. Yeah, so the next pattern is one that I recently finished as well. I think it was a couple months ago. And this is the Afra sweater. And it is a crop sweater. And it's got half twisted rib on the sleeves. It's a lot. It was a lot of half twisted rib. So this is where you're just twisting the knit stitches and regular purling the purl stitches. And then it's got the detail at the bottom as well. So it's got this kind of chevron zigzag on the bottom, and then on the sleeves it's got this detail where it's stockinette stitch, and then it comes to a point where the half twisted rib starts. And the neckline is, it worried me at the beginning because before I went back and did the bind off, it was a little bit like gapey, but of course once you put the neckline on, it all comes together. So I really like it that it's like a shallow V-neck, and it's also like a saddle shoulder construction almost. I'm not sure exactly what this is called, but you're basically knitting, like there's a rectangle at the top. You don't knit it first and then pick up stitches. You're knitting it as you're doing the increases. And so the increases are on both sides of the saddle to give it that sort of look. And then also the way that the sleeve increases are, it's yeah, I'm not sure what this is called, but it's basically like it comes straight down and then it does a raglan. So but yeah, so with this sweater, oh, my tablet, hold on. I have all my pictures here so I don't forget what I had paired this with. Okay, it looks like, okay, my wardrobe, my skirts and my dresses are putting in a lot of work this autumn. I tend to like pairing sweaters with skirts. I think it's a very cute look. And so I've paired this sweater again with my long black pleated skirt. And because that black skirt is high-waisted and the Afra sweater that I've knit is cropped, I think it hits at my waist at just the right spot. I'm not very hourglass shaped. I'm a little bit more, I have a short torso, so my waist is very minimal, I guess. Not sure how to describe it, but I try to wear like high-waisted stuff that cinches in at the waist to kind of give myself more of a hourglass shape, I guess. And so yeah, so that is one of the skirts that I would pair with this. I also have a couple more skirts, but I think it looks like I only took one picture or like one outfit for this. Anyways, so the next sweater that I knit, oh sorry, so the Afra sweater I knit out of Mountain Meadow Wool's Saratoga base, I think. And Faith also knit hers out of the same yarn, and she knit a green one, and it looks so good on her. It just, if I can get her permission, I'll add a picture here of what hers looks like. And I believe she paired hers with a high-waisted black skirt as well. Super cute. Okay, so the next sweater is the Una sweater. And this one, I think I knit a couple, like 2 years ago. So this is my Una sweater. I'll get it a little bit closer so you can see. It's like a broken rib. All over broken rib with these like kind of puffed up shoulders. Like there's increases at the top to give it kind of like a puff here. And it's got this same like shoulder construction here as the Afro sweater. And I really enjoyed that construction. I will say, okay, the one thing I didn't enjoy was doing increases on both, like every row instead of every other row. That's one thing about that particular construction that's not my favorite, but I get through it because I like the end result. And it's got this nice collar, and yeah, it looks so pristine. I believe I knit this out of Estelle Eco Andean DK? Andean DK or something like that? I don't know. It was yarn that I bought forever ago. Like, when I say forever ago, it was like 2019 or 2020. It was like maybe it was 2019. And then I knit this sweater in like 2022. Would have been like 2 years ago, I think, is when I knit this. I believe Faith also knit one of these recently, or she's still working on hers. So we have a lot of, this is why we're doing an Irene Lin knit along again, is because we both really like her patterns. But yeah, so I've paired this with another skirt that I have, which is also a black pleated skirt, but it's got like a black slip, and then over top it's got like a sheer black pleated fabric. And I think it looks super cute. It's, especially with the boots that I have, I don't know, I love pairing. I have one pair of really nice boots that I pair with every dress and every skirt that I own, essentially. I would like to get, what are those called? I would like to get a pair of Bluntstone boots this winter. That's something that I'm hoping to save up for, maybe. We'll see. We'll see. But I think Bluntstones would be really cute with a lot of my outfits as well. So I was really happy. I'm pretty sure there's like, I think there's a couple of, like this one included, there's a couple that I wear with the skirts, like with the top tucked in. And I just really like that look. All right, so the next sweater that I have is the Ola sweater. And this one I knit out of Midknit Cravings light sock base. And I believe this was yarn I bought at Knit City a couple of years ago. And you'll recognize the colorway, it's Rosewater. I just recently knit the Priscilla cardigan out of this colorway. So this one has a similar construction for the neckline as the Afro sweater. So it's got like this shallow v-neck with the I-cord edging on it. And then it has lace across the back. So it's got this lace panel across the back. And then the lace continues on the, like over the shoulder to the front part. And then it's also on the sleeves. And these are like very dramatic balloon sleeves. When I first knit this, when I blocked it, it grew exponentially. It was the size of a football jersey. So this one I also had to throw into the dryer for 10-15 minutes to, you know, get it back into shape. I just really like the way that this looks. Sorry, I'm fiddling around with it. I just really like the way that this looks. And I've paired this one with my, again, with my high-waisted black pleated skirt, because this one, let's see, because it is a little bit wider at the, like it is a wider knit, it's more positive ease. I think cinching it in with a high-waisted, like tucking it into a skirt, it looked a little bit too like frumpy in this area, like there was a lot of fabric hanging out. And so I paired this with a high-waisted skirt. That one skirt is putting in a lot of work this autumn. But it is one of my favorite skirts. I wore it to Knit City like 2 or 3 times in the past 3 years. I'm pretty sure I've actually worn it every year to Knit City in the past 3 years. But anyways, so I've paired this with that skirt again, and I love the look. It's so like feminine. and cute. And this is a pattern I would love to knit again in a lighter, like I would like to knit it maybe in a alpaca silk or something, because I think the drape, like the airiness would be even better, like just more billowy on the sleeves, because I do like the fabric that I got with the light sock fingering that I got from Midnight Cravings. Like I like the definition in the stitches I was getting. It is a little bit like fuzzy because I did put it in the dryer, so it's kind of fuzzed up a little bit. That's okay though. I believe I wore this to Knit City last year too, so I just really like this sweater. It's super cute. And I'm excited. I'm just so excited to be wearing all these sweaters this autumn and most likely into the winter as well. Let's see. Oh, okay. The next sweater I've got is the Ramble Jumper 2.0. I originally saw the Ramble Jumper, the original one, I think was knit out of DK weight. This one's knit out of worsted weight. And so because the DK weight pattern is no longer available, I ended up getting the Ramble Jumper 2.0. And I made a couple of modifications to this pattern. The yarn that I used is Patton's Classic Wool Worsted. And again, I can thank Faith for this one because she has knit a number of items with Patton's Classic Wool Worsted. I've seen it at Michael's before, and I've always kind of like passed by it because I thought it would be an acrylic wool blend, but it's actually 100% pure new wool, I think is what the label says. And so this is my Ramble Jumper, and you'll notice there's a couple of differences. My sleeves, I started the color work later so that I would have a shorter color work at the bottom, because I think in hers this black part is a little bit longer. And then the other modification is, instead of doing what's in the pattern where you continue in the main color all the way down and you do a little detail down here, I actually figured out the stitch count to do more color work across the bottom. So the bottom of my sweater has the color work. And then the other modification I made was, instead of using, again, the main color for the V-neck, I chose to do black. I don't know why. I just thought it would look interesting. And so I did it. I did it in black, and I actually really like the way that this turned out. This skirt, or not the skirt, I paired this again with another skirt, and I believe it was it was the black skirt with the black slip with the sheer black like overlay, like fabric over top. And I did find this sweater a little bit difficult to style because of the color work on the bottom being black, and the sweater being as long as it is. Wearing it with jeans, this color combination doesn't look very good with the color of jeans that I own. And so when I have been wearing this, it's either with my black skirt or with a pair of black leggings. I tried with gray leggings, didn't work out. So it's just, I have been having difficulty pairing this with anything but the black skirt and the black leggings. And then also, because the bottom's being black, you lose basically it looks like the sweater ends right here, and you don't really see the ribbing because black on black kind of blends together. But yeah, I really enjoyed knitting this sweater, and I want to knit it again, but I kind of want to, when I knit it again, if I knit it again, I would knit it in different colors, maybe a gray. I'm thinking maybe a gray, I don't know, just a color combination that I could pair with more things, like maybe some of my jeans and my other colored leggings, and maybe some of my other skirts. I think for the most part, I'm looking at a lot of black skirts and my darker color skirts. I do have some lighter color skirts, but those are more like spring, summer. But anyways, okay, so that's it for like sweaters. And now I've got a couple of vests. So the first one I'm so excited about. This one is the Ran vest. And this one I knit again out of Patton's Classic Wool Worsted. And this is it. I knit this this pattern comes in 2 different lengths. You can knit the, like, well, technically you can knit it as short or as long as you want. I opted for the shorter one. It's got such a nice lace detail with the cables. I love the way that the stitches are arranged and with the textured stitches here. So this features a high split hem. You're basically knitting the whole thing flat, and you're only really connecting in the round for the sleeves and the V-neck, the collar around the neck. And so I love this, and I want to knit it again in another color. So I paired this. I actually have 2 outfits for this one. I have 2 dresses. Okay, so I thrifted a dress. It's kind of this navy, not navy, oh my gosh, no, it's a army green dress kind of, but it's a little bit more on like a gray green side. And so I'll show what the dress looks like by itself. It has like a waist, a tie belt thing at the waist. And then, yeah, it was the first thing I thought of. I knit this first, and then when I saw that dress at the thrift store, I was like, this vest, that dress, I'm sold. So I bought the dress. It was probably like $10 or something. I went home and I tried it on right away, and it just looks so cute. So I'm so excited to wear it. And it looks really good again with my boots. I feel like I did a really good job picking out those boots. I think it was like last year or the year before. But yeah, so the Ran vest, also, okay, yeah, so that was one outfit I put together. The other one I put together is, I have this really cute all over, like, it's got like a floral print. It's kind of like a tiered skirt, like the bottom half is like tiered skirt area, and then it's got these long sleeves, like billowy sleeves, kind of like this, that kind of cinch in at the wrist. And so, and then it's got like this kind of frilly bit at the top here. And so when I put the vest on that dress and kind of like, you know, pulled out the little frilly collar here, and I really looked at it, and I was like, oh my gosh, this outfit is the cutest thing ever. And I can't wait to wear that outfit as well. I feel like I want to look at some of my other dresses and see what other colors I could pair, like I could knit this in to match some of my other dresses, because I love wearing vests. I feel like they keep my core warm, and yeah, I don't know, I'm really liking vests. So the Ran vest, I really like knitting. So the Ran vest, if you don't mind knitting flat, great pattern. And again, you can knit it as long or as short as you want. And I just think it's a really neat style, like to have the split hem. Like basically it starts at the underarm. And oh, the other thing I want to point out is, like, I'm obsessed with the Italian bind off. I just love how that looks. Sorry. Oh, it's blowing out. It just, I don't know. I'm in love with the Italian bind off. I don't care how many stitches are on the needles. I am going to do an Italian bind off. I think what was it? I recently did something with an Italian bind off, and it was like 200 or 300 stitches, and that was several hours of, you know, doing this motion of like putting the needle through, pulling it through, and then going to the next stitch and pulling it through. A lot of yarn. If you know, you know. Okay, so that is the Ran vest, and now I've got the next one I want to show is the Lana vest, and this was the first vest that I knit from Irene Lin. And this one I knit out of yarn I got from Kensington Prairie Farm. I just don't remember the name of the yarn. It wasn't one of their brands. I think it was called like Indicita DK, I think. But this again is a V-neck vest, and it does have a split hem as well, but this one is, you know, down here, and it's really nice because it's got this cable detail that goes out into the split hem. And then I think it's got this like, what is that, a horizontal braid detail there. And again, this one's all over lace and cable, not lace and cable, sorry, this is all over texture and cable. There's no lace on this, so it's lots of cables, lots of texture again. And the V-neck, I think I I kind of wish I had knit. I don't know. I think when I picked up the stitches, I wasn't expecting the V-neck to be so like shallow, I guess. However, again, I didn't do a gauge swatch. This is 100% alpaca, like baby alpaca or something. So it grew a lot. It is quite big. However, so I had a little bit of issues styling this, but I came up with okay, I've actually worn this. Sorry, my tablet keeps turning off. I have actually worn this with a couple of outfits. I have a couple of like dress shirts that I have worn this with even just a pair of jeans. But when I was going through my wardrobe, I found a floral dress shirt, like a black dress shirt that has like a white floral print on it. And I was like, oh, if I tuck that in with another high-waisted skirt, again, the black one with the sheer fabric over top, and then I pair this on top of it, it'll give me that kind of like, I don't know, it reminds me of something that like a couple pictures I've favorited on Pinterest before, where it's like that kind of like relaxed, oversized, effortless outfit kind of thing. And so I just really like that it's kind of shapeless in a sense, and it's kind of giving that, yeah, just like a relaxed, casual kind of look, but also like a dressed up casual, if that's a thing. So I really like that outfit. It's super cute. But my favorite outfit is gonna be my second Lana vest, and this is also out of yarn that I got from Kensington Prairie Farms. But this was a chainette yarn, again out of alpaca, and this one, I think I knit it just a little bit shorter. I think I did one repeat less, so it's a little bit shorter, and I really like the way, I don't know, like it's not like on camera you can really, well, you can see the texture a lot more. In person, because it's, I don't know, the that diamond pattern gets lost in the fuzziness of the yarn, but I don't mind that. I think the overall look of it is still there. So yeah, I paired this with, oh come on tablet, so I paired this with a high-waisted skirt and a black dress shirt. And so I believe I've got a picture of the skirt. It's got like a waistband ribbon that you tie, and then my black, these are all thrifted. Oh no, sorry. My younger sister gave me the skirt and I thrifted the black dress shirt. And so basically I was like, okay, if I tuck the black shirt into the skirt and then I put the vest over top, what is that going to look like? And so the vest itself is a little bit long, so it does cover up the bow, like the belt part of it. So I was like, I wonder if I could tuck it into the skirt, if it will be too bulky. And so I tucked it into the skirt, and I actually think it looks super cute. And so I was gonna put on a pair of like black tights as well, because I only own one pair of black tights, and I thought that might look cute, but I hate putting tights on. They're just annoying. So I took pictures of just the outfit I have put together without wearing black tights, but I think like as it gets colder out, I probably would opt to wear the tights for just extra warmth. And so yeah, so that's how I would style my second Lana vest. And I'm super excited for that. It's super, super cute. I was so excited. I had to send my younger sister, a picture, and I even showed my niece. I'm like, oh my gosh, what do you think about this outfit? I'm super excited about it. So yeah, so that's my two Lana vests. And I think last year for the Irene Lin cal, I think there was several people knitting the Lana vest. I believe there was several other podcasts, like knitting podcast channels, that were also knitting it. I think Woolly Worker, Venetia, and Amy from Knee Knits. I believe the two of them also knit Lana vests last year. Okay, so sorry, I'm almost out of breath. Let me just catch up for a sec. All right, so the last pattern that I want to talk about is the boho style mosaic shawl. And this is a pattern that I saw when I saw the pattern picture on Irene Lin's page, I was like, that is my aesthetic. That boho style, everything was super just up my alley. And so I have, oh no, toppling over. There we go. So I have this. I believe the pattern is originally in worsted weight yarn, and I knit mine out of DK. So I got the yarn from Knit City a couple years ago. It was the Ancient Arts yarn. What is it called? Oh, I didn't write it down. What's it called? Oh, the Lascaux DK. That's what it was. The Lascaux DK. And the yarn dyer herself was working the booth, and she helped me pick out these colors. And I think they look really well together. It's like this blue jeans, burgundy, like Merlot red, black, and then this beige color, like this kind of oatmeal color. It's coming out a little bit more brown on camera, but it's a little bit lighter in person. There you go. So this turned out really big. There were 2 sizes in the pattern, and I had enough yarn that I was like, you know what, I'm just going to keep going. I'm just going to go until, and I think I still had 1 whole ball of the blue left, or 1 whole skein of the blue. I didn't end up cracking into, and I ended up giving it to my friend Sarah for her to complete one of her patterns. So this is it, and actually, the way I normally wear my shawls is with the triangle in the front. I'm just going to put this on because it's easy to take on and off. And it actually looks, I mean, it matches what I'm wearing, actually. I just like how big this is, and it's just, oh, this was my favorite shawl to wear in the winter. And so I'm hoping in the autumn, like in the next couple months, it'll get cold enough that I can wear this, because I love bundling up in this shawl. I think it's super cute. Anyways, so I have an outfit that I put together with this. I put it's like an all black outfit. I've got the black skirt with the black dress shirt, and I put this on. I was like, yeah, that's pretty cute. But I was like, well, I would mostly be wearing this with a jacket. And so I actually thrifted a Calvin Klein jacket earlier this year. I think it's a men's jacket because it doesn't, and it's too big for me, but I kind of like that oversized look. And so I've got this like kind of camel color Calvin Klein jacket, and I think putting this over top, like wearing this like I would with any other jacket that I own, I think it looks really good. The color, like the oatmeal color, I don't know, maybe it clashes with the camel brown, but I honestly, in my opinion, I think in person it looks good. Let me know what you think, if it's a match. I'm just looking at the picture right now. I think it looks good. Actually, I think it does look good on the picture. And I think the whole outfit with my brown boots, I think the whole thing just ties together really well. So yeah, so that's the last pattern I'm going to talk about. I didn't realize that I was going to talk for so long. I just had so much to say about all these patterns. But yeah, so I hope you found some inspiration in this video. If you've never knit an Irene Lin pattern, hopefully having pictures of me styling each of these, albeit I leaned very heavily on the skirts this year. I'm leaning heavily on my skirts and dresses this autumn, and going into the winter as well. I think I will probably be wearing more like leggings in the winter, just because I have like lined leggings that are like a lot warmer for the colder months. Anyways, but yeah, so hopefully like some of the pictures that I've shown and how I style these patterns will give you some inspiration for choosing a pattern to join the knit along. Yeah, so I feel like there's a little bit of everything. Like there's the mosaic color work. She's got the actual color work in the ramble jumper, and then there's the ran vest, which is knit flat all over texture, and then she's got the Lana vest that's all over cables and texture in the round for the most part. Lots of sweaters, like tons of sweaters. She's got so many sweaters. I wish I could knit them all. But yeah. Anyways, I think I'm rambling again. Every time I get to the end of the video, I start going off on tangents. So I hope you found some inspiration in this video. And if you would like to join the Irene Lin knit along, please feel free to tag the 2 hashtags, Irene Lin Cal 2024 whips, or sorry, was it whip? And Irene Lin Cal 2024 FO, I believe. I'll put the hashtags in the description box below, and then also feel free to follow myself on Instagram at Honeybird Studio, and Faith on Instagram, which I believe she is the.redhead.knits at Instagram. Sorry, on Instagram. So I'll make sure to link everything down below. Check out the description box. Go follow us on Instagram. Check out what everyone else is knitting for the knit along, and there will be prizes to be drawn in the beginning of January once we have all of the entries in our little, I think what we did last year was a spreadsheet, and then we put them into a it was like a little wheel thing. You put all the names in and then it randomly selects one of them. So yeah, that's all I have to say. And yeah, hope to see you guys joining the knit along. And even if you don't want to join the knit along, hopefully this video was fun to watch, interesting, inspiring, something. But yeah, I think I'm gonna go now before I keep rambling on. So until next time, happy knitting. Bye!